Hello everyone, this is the problem session on circles. Let us take one by one the problems. So this is our first problem. It says find the equation of the circle passing through the point 2, 4 and has its center at the intersection of the lines x minus y is equals to 4 and 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 7. So let us first see the picture. Say this is the circle and it is C, the center. Some point is there, that is the point 2, 4. The circle is passing through the point 2, 4 and the lines are there. The intersection of these two lines is the center of the circle. So that means the lines will be passing through this point. Say the other line I am taking like this. So this point of intersection is the center of the circle. So let me take the lines like this here. X minus y is equals to 4 and 2x plus 3y is equals to minus 7. So this is 1 and this is 2. So if I take C as alpha beta, if this is the center, then what we can say? Then we can say that 2 alpha plus 3 beta is equals to minus 7 and alpha minus beta is equals to 4. So then we can multiply this second equation with 2 so that we can get 2 alpha minus 2 beta is equals to 8. Now if I subtract these two equations, we will get something like this. This 5 beta is equals to minus 15. That means beta is equals to minus 3. And so alpha is equals to beta plus 4. That means minus 3 plus 4. That means 1. So that we can say C, the center of the circle is 1 comma minus 3. So this center is 1 comma minus 3. Now obviously if you join the point 2, 4 with the center, since the point is on the circumference of the circle, it obviously gives you the radius of the circle. So now you need to find the radius, and it is clearly just the application of distance formula. So I am erasing this part here. This is not required here. So we can say that the radius here, we can say that R. So R will be is equal to root over of 2 minus 1 whole square plus 4 minus or minus 3, that means plus 3 whole square. And this gives you this 1 square plus 7 square is around 50. Square root of 50, that means 5 root 2. So the center you are having, the radius also you are having, so you can easily write the equation of the circle, and that should be given like x minus 1 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square is equals to radius square, that means it should be 50. So this is our answer. I think it is clear to everyone. So whenever the point is given on the circumference of the circle, that is given like if the circle is passing through the point, then you need to find the center of the circle anyhow. By any given information, your aim will be to find the center of the circle so that you can find the radius, and from that you can find the equation of the circle. So let us come to the next problem. Now this is our second problem. It says find the equation of the circle passing through the points this and this. So 3 points are there. Now remember this thing, we have already done it in class 10 geometry, that if you are having 3 non-collinear points, then they must be lying on a circle, because say I am taking this as a circle and you are having 3 non-collinear points anywhere. So obviously you can find a point which is equidistant to all the 3 points, and whenever this is happening you can say that this is actually the 3 points, the 3 non-collinear points are actually lying on a circle. So let me just write it once. Three non-collinear points always lie on a circle. So the same thing we are applying here. So this is our assumption first. That due to this we can say the points are lying on a circle. So we are taking the equation on a circle in general form. So let the equation of the circle be x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Now, one thing you see, I think I have already said that whenever you are having a problem with n number of unknowns, then there will be n number of conditions also. Otherwise, the problem cannot be solved uniquely. If the number of conditions are less than the number of unknowns, then you will be always having more than one solutions. So this thing is happening here also. You see, there are 3 points given. That means these are the 3 conditions, and in the equation you are having 3 unknowns: g, f, and c. X and y are not unknown; they are variables. They will always be there in the equation of any curve or any line. But whenever you are having such constants like this, these are unknown constants. To determine the equation of the circle, you need to find the values of these unknowns. And here the technique will be always to put the points here in the equation and construct equations in terms of these 3 unknown constants, and then solving the equations simultaneously, we find the values of g, f, and c. So let us do it one by one. So first we are putting the point minus 6, 5 in this equation. So putting minus 6, 5 in 1. What we are getting? It's 36 plus 25 plus 50g plus 50 72g. Even it is it's 12g. Then it's minus 12 plus 10f plus c equal to 0. So how much you are getting? 36 plus 25. That means it is 61. So you can say 12g minus 10f minus c is equals to 61. This is our second equation. In the same way, putting minus 3, 4, what you are getting? You are getting 9 plus 16 minus 6g minus 8f plus c is equals to 0. That means you are basically having 6g plus 8f minus c is equals to 25. This is our 2. And since the picture is not required here, we can do the rest of the calculations here. So putting that 2, 1 are getting 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 4g plus 2f plus c is equals to 0. So this is our third equation. Or we can say after this we have taken 4g plus 2f plus c equal to minus 5. This is our third equation. Basically this is this is third and this should be fourth. So now we have to solve 2, 3 and 4 and find the value of g, f and c. Now the best way to find the values here is to remove the constant c first. So if you see 2 minus 3 will cancel out the value of c from these two. You are getting an equation with g and f. Now also you take any other two. So 3 and 4 say I am taking. So again subtracting you are getting you can cancel out c and you are getting a relation with g and f. So let us do. So 2 minus 3 is giving us 12g minus 10f minus c equal to 61 and 6g plus 8f minus c is equal to 25. So we are subtracting. So this is cancelled out. You can say it is 6g minus 18f is equal to around 16. Sorry, not 16 is 36. So basically you can simplify this g minus 3f is equal to 6. So this is actually our fifth equation. And in the same way, if we solve 3 and 4 also, then also we are getting another relation with gn. So let us see that. So I am taking 3 minus 4 or 3 plus 4 because it's minus c here and plus c here. So this will imply 6g plus 8f minus c equal to 25 and 4g plus 2f plus c equals to minus 5. So we can add this to means ng plus 10f. This will cancel out and this will be 20. So see the very simple relation we are having. G plus f is equal to 2. Now this means if this is our 6, so now from the fifth and sixth equation we can easily find the values of g and f. Now let us do that. So 5 minus 6 is giving us g minus 3f is equal to 6 and g plus f is equal to 2. And if I subtract it, this is cancelling out, so minus 4f is equal to plus 4. So you can say f is equals to minus 1. And if f is equals to minus 1, then from 6, simply g will be 3 because 2 minus minus 1. And if you put the values of these two values, this g and f, in any equation, say 2, 3 or 4, only 4 I can see here, so I am putting it in 4. So now we can say from 4, so 4g means 12, 2f means minus 2 plus c is equals to minus 5. That means we can say c is equals to, it's 10, so c will be minus 15. So do the calculations on your own, then also you will be able to understand the thing. So from here we are having all the values of g, f and c, and Now if we put it in the general form, we are getting the equation of the circle. So pause and do the calculation by your own and erasing it and writing the final answer. Equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx, so plus 6x, plus 2fy, so minus 2y, plus c is minus 15 is equals to 0. So there is a lengthy sum, but it's conceptual because that very old concept is there that three non-collinear points are always lying on a circle. Now, before going to the next problem, let me just show you one problem which is very much similar to the previous one, that is the non-collinear point. Three non-collinear points are always concyclic. That problem actually. So this is a variant of that problem. What it is saying here? It is saying that show that the 4 points 1, 0, 2, minus 7, 8, 1 and 9, minus 6 are concyclic. Concyclic means they are lying on the same circle. Now this is the almost same problem as the previous one, but the difference will be that there are 4 points here. Previously there was 3 points, but still since we are having 3 points here, so any 3 points we can take and find the equation of the circle separately. And the 4th point we have to verify that whether it is lying on the circle or not. So this is basically the problem. I am not going to solve it here, just giving you the hints. So you find the equation of the circle with any 3 of the points, and then you satisfy the 4th point with the equation. If it is satisfying, then we can say that the 4 points are lying on the same circle. That means they are concyclic. I think we will not be having any problem solving this. So let us come to the next one. So this is our next problem. It is saying find the equation of the circle passing through the points 4, 1 and 6, 5 and having its center on 4x plus y is equal to 16. So let us first draw the picture. So this is the circle shape. Here its center is, say I am calling it as C. And it is saying find the equation of the circle which is passing through these 2 points. So I am taking the one point here 4, 1 and the other point here say 6, 5. Now there is another information that the center is lying on the equation on a straight line. 4x plus y is equal to 16. So we can take the center as alpha beta. So we can write it here. Let C alpha beta be the center. So what we can see here, that again we are having 3 informations, 2 points and 1 line. So these 2 points we are joining. Now this thing is very simple. Here we are having 2 unknowns alpha and beta, and for that we are having 2 points. So once we can take this point, say it's P and it is Q. So CP and CQ both are the radius of the circle. So we can make CP is equal to CQ, and since we are having coordinates of all the 3 points, so we can apply the distance formula and make this these two equal. So we are having a relation with alpha beta, and also there is another relation with alpha beta because the point alpha beta is lying on the straight line. So let me write the equation here. This will help you understand. This is the equation. So alpha beta is also lying on the straight line. So it will satisfy the equation. So ultimately we are having 2 equations in terms of alpha and beta. So we can easily simultaneously solve them and find the values of alpha beta. That means the center we are having. Now since we are having the value of alpha beta, we can easily find the radius of the circle also with again the center formula, the distance formula. So if we are having the center and the radius of the circle, we can write the equation. So this is the plan. So let us proceed. So we can write then Cp is equals to Cq is equals to radius. Now applying the distance formula, we can say just we are taking the square here because to remove the square root of the radius formula or the distance between 2 point formula. So we can say alpha minus 4 whole square plus beta minus 1 whole square. This is the value of Cp square, and here it is alpha minus 6 whole square, beta minus 5 whole square. Now you just expand the whole squares and you can cancel out alpha square and beta square from both the sides. So we can say alpha square minus 8 alpha plus 16, beta square minus 2 beta plus 1 is equal to alpha square minus 12 alpha plus 36 plus beta square minus 10 beta plus 25. So cancelling out all the like terms, we are having a relation between alpha and beta. So you see, this is if I take the 12 here on the left side, so we are having 4 alpha. If I am taking the 10 beta in this side, so we are getting 8 beta. And here it is 16 plus 1, 17. And there it is 36 plus 25 means 61. So basically we are keeping that constant in the right hand side, so 61 minus 70, and it is 44 I think. So we can easily take that factor common, alpha plus 2 beta is equals to 11. So this is our first equation in terms of alpha and beta. And since alpha beta is also lying on the straight line, we can say since C lies on 4x plus y equal to 16, this will imply 4 alpha plus beta is equal to 16. Now this is our relation 2. Now from 1 and 2 simultaneously solving, we can easily find the values of alpha and beta. So let me just erase the picture here because we don't need any more the picture. So solving 1 and 2, we can solve it like this: 2 minus 4 into 1. This will imply 4 alpha plus beta plus 16 equal to 16, and here it is minus 4 alpha minus 8 beta is equals to minus 44. So if I add this to, alpha is cancelled out, it is minus 7 beta is equals to 44 minus 16, so it's 28. It's minus 28. That means beta will be 4. And if you put the value of beta anywhere, say in 1, we are having alpha is equals to 11 minus 2 beta, means alpha is equals to 11 minus 8, that is 3. So we can say C, the center, is 3, 4. Now you note this thing, that this formula stands for the square of the radius because it is Cp square. So just put the value of the alpha and beta here and you can find the radius. So let us do it. Just can be done here only. Therefore, radius r is equal to square root of alpha minus 4 whole square beta minus 1 whole square. It is better to write once in terms of alpha and beta. Now you put the values. So square root of 3 minus 4, that is 1 square, that is 1, plus beta is 4 minus 1, so 3 square, that is 9. So the radius is root over of 10. So center and radius we are having, we can easily write the equation, and the equation should be x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equal to 10. Now see one thing, this can be done in another way, that is to take the equation of the circle in the general form and you just put the points in the equation. So you are getting a relation with GF from that, and also so basically you are having two relations in terms of GFC and one relation in terms of G and F. So from the relations within G, F and C, you can cancel out C. So you are getting a relation with G and F. And from this line also you are having a relation with G and F. So finally cancelling out all the values or solving the equations, you can find the values of G and F and C also. So from that we can find the equation of the circle in the general form. Here we are having it in the central form. In the other method you can find the equation in general form. Also you can expand it from here and finally it will be in the general form. That also you can do. But whatever, you can try the second method by your own. I think you will be able to do it. No problem. So this is the solution.